create as object syntax is reference variable equal to class name params. This is called object. Object is nothing but a physical entity. Okay, physical entity. If you want everywhere we have a one physical entity, that is called object. Okay, syntax for creating the class. How to create a class is class name. After that, variables and methods. You can declare any number of variables and methods inside the class. See the one example. I created a class. Class is the keyword, and student is the my class name. After that, I want to pass the arguments. Arguments are nothing but variables and methods. Okay, in that we are passing three variables, that is x and y, x, y, z, and I created one method. This is these variables are called as a static or class level variable. Why? Because we are declaring inside the class. Okay, not declaring inside the method or not declaring inside the constructor. This method m1 method is called as a instance method. Why? Because we are given self. If you give self is the predefined keyword existed in Python, will represent the particular to declare the instance methods or instance variables. If you want to declare instance methods or instance variables, we can use self. Okay, now we can in this method I return one statement, that is I want to print this xyz values inside the method. When I call the method only, I want to print the xyz values. That's why I am printing statement we are using. Now how to access x value is by two ways we can access x value, that is by using class name. By using class name, how to call is class name dot x. If you want to call x, class name dot x, or if you want to call y, class name of y. Okay, like that we are accessing xyz values. Now another way is by creating the object. Okay, if you create an object for the student class, then we can access the x and y values, z value. If you want to access method by using directly method is, by using the class name is not possible. Okay, if you create object only, we can access the methods. Okay, now I created the object for student class is reference variable s equals to student params. I created object. Okay, for student class. Now I want to a number of objects will be created for single class. Now I am creating another with other object, that is s2 equal to student. This is also one one object. Okay, now I want to call x value is s dot x. If you want to access y value s dot y, if you want to access z value s dot z. Now I want to call the method. How to call the method is s dot m1. Okay, by using dot m1 method name, we can access the method. Okay, this is how to create a class and how to access the variables and methods. Now constructor. Constructor is nothing but a special method which is available in Python. Constructor, the main use of constructor is constructor will execute at the time of object creation. Okay, మనం ఎప్పుడైతే ఆబ్జెక్ట్ when we are creating object, then only the constructor will be executed. Okay, after that you don't want to call the constructor. Okay, only execute at the time of object creation only. Okay, when we creating object only, the constructor will be executed. Okay, that is the main use of constructor. Okay, the way of writing the constructor is def keyword, after that underscore underscore init underscore underscore self. Self is also no, what is the use of self is to represent the instance variables. Okay, next statements. Created x value as equal to 10. This is a static or class level variable. Now I am creating one constructor, that is def underscore underscore in one variable, that is self dot y. Now y variable is called as an instance variable. Okay, this is one statement I am printing, that is this is constructor execution. Now I creating the one method, M2 method, that is instance method, printing the student. I want to access X and Y values. Okay, see how to access X value static variable to the local, that is we using method inside the method, that is called accessing. Okay, now I want to access X value is student.x. Now I want to access Y value is student.y. It will not work. Why? Because that is not a static variable. Self.y, we are accessing the Y values. Okay, this is method execution. And now I want to call X value. How to call is student.x. Directly we can access. Now Y value I want to access is how to access is if you want to create an object only, then we'll access. Okay, for that I am creating the object s equal to student. Now I want to print s dot y. I want to access y value. That's why s dot y. Now I want to access m2 method s dot m2. Again, two times we are calling, and that's why. And now I want to create object for student class. Now I want to create object for student class. Again, s1 equal to s student. I creating. Just create object only, it will execute. Okay, constructor is executing. It will getting the output like this. Okay, understood? Constructor and how to create a classes. This is how to create a class and how to use the constructor. Now respond all of you. All of you understood this concepts or not? Yes. Okay. Now moving to the inheritance. Okay. How many of know what is meant by inheritance? I'll execute at the time of method calling only, but the constructor will execute at the time of object creation only. Constructor automatically execute అవుతుంది మనం ఎప్పుడైతే ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తాము. బట్ మెథడ్ అనేది ఎప్పుడు రన్ అవుతుంది అంటే మనం ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేసినాక ఆ మెథడ్ కాల్ చేస్తే మాత్రమే రన్ అవుతుంది. Will execute at the time of method calling only. Okay, but constructor will execute at the time of object creation. If you create one object and we can call number of times a method. Okay, but constructor will execute only one time. Now, if you create number of objects, the constructor will execute number of times. Allow us to define a class that inherits all the methods. Next, moving on to the OOPS paradigms, that is inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. We'll see these three types. Okay, one by one. Inherit the properties from another class. Good, Satyanarayana. Okay, next to today's concept is inheritance. Inheritance. Okay, what is meant by inheritance? What is meant by inheritance? Anyone know?
Plus inheritance.
Okay. Inherit the properties from one class to another class. Okay. Getting the properties from one class to another class we called as a inheritance. Okay. Now we'll see one by one example. Inheritance. Getting the inherit or getting the properties from parent class to child class. We can access or getting. We can access. From one class to another class. Okay, inheritance is nothing but a input lo starts ni ela remove cheyali. Input lo start IN లోనా అది ఇన్పుట్ లో స్టార్ ఉంటే అది ఏంటంటే మీకు రన్ అవుతుందండి. వన్స్ కెనల్ రీస్టార్ట్ చేయండి, క్లిక్ ఆన్ రీస్టార్ట్, కెనల్ రీస్టార్ట్ చేయండి, అప్పుడు మీకు IN దగ్గర స్టార్ రాదు. ఓకే, ఇన్పుట్ దగ్గర స్టార్ వస్తుందంటే ఆ కెనల్ రన్ అవుతా ఉంది అని. ఓకే, సేమ్ వస్తుంది సార్. రీస్టార్ట్ చేసినా మీకు అలానే వస్తుందా? స్టార్ ఉంటే అది కెనల్ రన్ అవుతానే ఉన్నట్టు. మీరు ఏం చేస్తారంటే వన్స్ అది క్లోజ్ చేసి మళ్ళీ ఓపెన్ చేయండి ఆ ఫైల్. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు 26 ఉంది, జస్ట్ సేవ్ చేయండి ఫస్ట్. ఆటోమేటిక్ సేవ్ అవుతుంది, బట్ సేవ్ అవ్వకపోతే సేవ్ చేయండి. ఇక్కడ ఆటో సేవ్డ్ అని పడితే సేవ్ అవుతుంది. జస్ట్ క్లోజ్ దిస్ వన్ అండ్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ సేమ్ లొకేషన్ లో ఉంటుంది కదా, ఈరోజు 26 కదా, ఈ ఫైలే మళ్ళీ ఓపెన్ చేయండి. ఓకేనా, ఇప్పుడు దాకా రాసింది సేవ్ అయి ఉంటుంది, మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు రన్ చేయండి. ఓకేనా, నౌ యూ విల్ గెట్ ది యూ విల్ నాట్ గెట్ ది స్టార్. ఓకే, ఓకే. Okay, inheritance. And inheritance is nothing but we can access the properties from one class to another class. This is called inheritance. In inheritance, so many types of there. That is, first we go for types. Okay. Inheritance. These all are 6 types of inheritance is there, but we see only 5. Okay, 5 or 4. No problem in that one. Remaining will not need it. First one is single inheritance. Okay. First one is single inheritance. Second one is multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. Next, hierarchical inheritance. Fourth one is multiple inheritance. Okay, fifth one is hybrid and the sixth one is cyclic. The two will not seen. This four will see. Okay, first one is single inheritance. Second one is multi-level inheritance. Third one is hierarchical inheritance. Fourth one is multiple inheritance. Okay, what is meant by single inheritance means single parent and single child. Okay, parent to directly child. Okay, this is called a single inheritance. Parent property, child accessing parent properties. Okay, parent properties accessing by the child. Okay, child will access all the properties from the parent class. This is called single inheritance. Okay, next multi inheritance. What is meant by multi inheritance? Multi-level inheritance. Okay, multi-level inheritance means parent to subchild, child, child to subchild. Okay, this is called multi-level inheritance. First, parent properties accessing the child, child properties accessed by the subchild. Okay, means subchild accessing the child class properties, child class accessing the parent class properties. This is called multi-level inheritance. Next, hierarchy. Hierarchy is nothing but a hierarchy is nothing but parent. One parent is there. Parent to parent is accessing C1 and C2. Two childs are there. Two childs will access the same parent properties. Okay, child 1 and child 2. Okay, child 1 and child 2 accessing the parent properties. That is called hierarchy. Okay, one parent is there. One parent to two childs. Not subchild. Two childs are equal. Okay, subchild is nothing but a multi-level inheritance. Okay, parent to child 1 and child 2. If the parent having two childs, then parent to child 1 and child 2. Child 1 accessing same properties of parent and child 2 also accessing the same properties of parent. That is called hierarchy. Next, multiple inheritance is nothing but a parent 1 and parent 2. Properties will be accessed by the child. Okay, only one single child is there. That child will accept the parent 1 and parent 2 properties. Okay, this is called multiple inheritance. Parent, child, subchild. Already seen parent, child, subchild. This is called multiple inheritance. Sorry, multi-level inheritance. Multiple is nothing but a parent 1 and parent 2. Two parents are there. That two parents properties will access by the child. That is called multiple inheritance. Okay, next hierarchy is nothing but two parents and single child to two subchilds. That is called hierarchical and cylindrical. These two will be like that. Okay, we'll see these four types. That is, first one is single inheritance. Okay, in inheritance, two ways is there. And that is, we are accessing the inheritance properties by two ways. That is, first one is has a relation. And second one is a relation. Okay, two relationships are there to inherit the properties from child to parent to child. That is the as a relation and is a relation. This will is used for accessing the inheriting properties. Two ways we can access. That is, first one is the as a relation, and second one is easier relation. Okay, we'll see what is meant by as a and what is meant by easier. Okay, for single inheritance, we'll see. Understood this one? Please respond. Understood up to this or not? Just now I will explain theory. Okay. Then we go for the one by one example. Then you will get clarified. Okay. First, we go for the as a relation. Okay. What is meant by as a? What is meant by is a? We'll see. First, we go for the as a relation. Okay. As a relation. Okay. As a is nothing but creating the object, for parent class inside the child class. Okay, we are create the object for parent class inside the child class, that is called the as a relation. Okay, you'll see, then you will get clarified. I am creating the class parent. In that I have given the variable that is a equal to 10. Now I am creating one constructor underscore self. I am assigning self dot b equal to b. Be equal to some value, one thing. Okay, now I want to create one method, def m1 method I am creating. In that only we are passing self only. I want to give print statement. Print this is parent class method. Okay, this is parent class. I created parent class. Understood? Up to this, we just created parent class in class parent. In that, I am assigning one variable that is a equal to 10. After that, I create one constructor. Why? Because I want to assign instance variable. Okay, that's why I am creating one constructor. In that constructor, I given self dot b equal to 20. Why? Because b value is 20. That is declared as a self means instance variable. Now I created one method, that is m1 method. In that m1 method, I just print the statement, that is print this is parent class method. Okay, up to now I created parent. Now I want to create a child class. Okay, child class will access all the properties of parent class. How to create child class? Okay, class child. In that I am creating one constructor. in that I am creating the uh, parent class object. Okay, how to access this all the properties of parent class is I am creating one variable that is self dot p. P is nothing but a variable. Okay, I want to access all the parent class of properties is by using object creation. Now I want to create object p parent parenthesis. This is called creating the object for parent class. Okay, that will be assigned to the instance variable inside the constructor. Okay, I am assigning that parent class object to the self.p. We can access, we can call self.p anywhere in the program. Okay, that's why I am creating the object for parent class that will be assigned to the self.p. Okay. Now I want to create one method, m2 method. Now I want to print this is child class method. After that, I want to access a value. How to access that a value is self.p dot a. I want to access a value. That's why I am giving this one. Okay. Now I want to access b value. Okay. How to access b value is self dot p dot b. Directly we can access. Now I want to access the method. Okay, m1 method. How to access that one is print. And now I need to write print. Why? Because we are accessing method self dot p is the object of the parent class. I want to access m1 dot m1. Okay, this is how to create a as a relation. Okay, as a means we are accessing the parent class properties to the child class by using object creation. Okay, we are creating the object for parent class inside the child class. Just run this one, it will running fine. Now we don't getting any output. Why? Because we not created any object for parent class. I created object, but I want to access child properties. How to access? I want to access all the properties. That is, these properties I want to access, and these properties I want to access. Properties is nothing but variables and methods only. Okay. How to access that too? Which one for accessing all the methods and properties? For which class I want to create object? For which class I want to create object? Anyone know? Create object for, okay, goodness. Create object for child class. Now I want to create object for child class. How to create object for child class is c equal to child. Child. Okay, I create object for child class. Now I want to access the properties, entire properties. How to access that? I want to access M2 method. How to, in that method all the properties is accessing. Okay. C. Now I want to access M2 method. C dot M2. Okay. Just run this one. It will print. Parent is not different. I think P capital. That's why we are getting. Okay. See, first one is this is child class method. Why? Because first print statement is a child class method. That's why it's printing. This is child class method. After that, I want to access a value. That's why self dot p dot a. A value is 10. 10 is printing. So I want to access b value. That is by using self dot p dot b. We are accessing b value of the parent class. Okay. Now I want to access the parent class method. How to access that is self.p.m1. M1 is the method which is available in child class. Child class, sorry, parent class. This is parent class method. Is printing. Okay. Understood how to create a object and how to call that values. This is called as a relation and single inheritance. Okay. Single means parent to child. This is called single inheritance and yeah, the relation. Understood this one or not? Please respond. All of you understood or not? So constructor is mandatory. Okay, why we are using constructor is constructor will assign the instance variable. This will can access anywhere in the program. That is, we can access inside the method also. That's why we are creating the constructor. Okay, that is I want to declare that object of the parent class as a instance variable. That's why we are declaring. Okay, constructor is not a mandatory, but if you want to access that all the properties by using instance variables only, we can access every value. Okay, this is how to accessing as a relation. Okay. Next one is a relation. Okay, what is meant by is a means we'll see. Okay, single inheritance we see is a relationship. Is a relationship. Okay, what is meant by is a means we can accessing the parent class to child class by directly we are given the parent class in the child class. Okay, see same example we can access as a relation. This one child object no attribute M2 now. Child, I think you are not created M2. That's why child having no attribute M2. Okay, just create the method M2, then you will call that method. Okay, if you create a method only, we can call that method. Otherwise, you call means it will raise a server. Okay, just check you are created M2 method or not. Okay, then you will you call that method. Okay, now I want to see the easier relation. Okay, same example we'll see the easier relation. Okay. Now we go for easier relation. How to use easier relation is I created class, same class I creating. Okay, up to this there is no difference. Attribute error, parent object has no attribute B. Okay, I think you are not assign this b value. Okay, self dot b equal to 20. Must assign this one. Okay, then call that one b self dot p dot b. Okay, understood, Ashok. Must and should be create the attribute b. Attribute is nothing but a variable. Okay. B అనేది మీరు క్రియేట్ చేయలేదు అందుకని ఎర్రర్ చూపిస్తుంది. ఓకే, up to this there is no in easy also class. I created class parent. In that I declare one static variable a equal to 10. After that I created one constructor, that is init constructor. After that I declare b value, that is instance variable b I declare. Now I want to create one method, that's why I am creating def method m1. In that I am printing this is parent method. Now I want to create a child class. In child class, how to use easier relation is directly we can represent parent in this place. This is how to use as easier relation. Then you no need to write this all the elements. Okay, no need to represent no need to represent in this place constructor. Okay, okay, if no need to represent this one. Okay, directly we can access all the variables. Okay, now we are accessing parent class properties through the this one. Okay, understood this one. Now we don't want to print a value. How to access that two values we'll see. Okay, I created a parent class in same. After that I am creating the child class, that is class child parenthesis parent, will passing the argument as a parent class. Okay, this will access all the elements which is available in a class will be come to the child class. Now I created m2 method, and this is m2 method, child class method. I created this one. Now I want to access all the properties. How to access? I want to create object for child class. C is equal to child. Okay, just run this one, and I want to access first I want to access m2 method. Okay, how to access m2 method is c dot m2. C dot m2. Just run this one, it will print this is child class method. Now I want to access a value. How to access that a value? C dot a. Directly we can access the a value. Okay, see, but we created object for child class and we not created object for parent class, but we are accessing the parent class value, that is parent class object, sorry, parent class property, that is a equal to 10. How to access is I created child class only. I created object for child class. I created object for this child class only. But I am accessing the a parent class variable, that is a. How to access is by using that C child class variable only. Why? Because parent is passing argument as a child class. Okay. Now child class proper child class will access all the properties. All the properties attributes are properties. All these properties will access the child class. Okay, now I want to access b value. How to access b value? C dot b. Directly we can access b value. Now I want to access m1 method. How to access m1 method is c dot m1. Directly we can access the m1 method also. This is how to use easier relation. Ashok, no attribute, parent has no attribute. B means B has declared, but you are getting same error now. If you declare B means you don't get attribute error. Attribute is nothing but a variable. We don't assign, we don't have any B variable. It's saying like that. Okay. Once check B, I declared B. Okay, I will make as a present. Okay, this in this I think no present. Put the code in the chart box. Okay, I will post that code in chart box. Just copy and paste it. If you having same error, I will after completion of class I will give you as a presenter. Then you will share your screen. I will check that one. Okay, is it okay? Okay, someone is pasted that code in chat box. Go for that one. Okay, this is the easier relation, but he is asking about as a relation. Please post that in as a relation. Okay, post as a relation code. Okay, understood up to this? Please respond. All of you understood up to this or not? Yes, Ashok Kumar. What about remaining? Satyanarayana. Only two people understand. Easy and as a relation, but most important these two relationships. As a in as a we create object that object will be assigned as a instance variable and we can access any property from the parent class. Now second type is easy relation. Okay, easy in easy we can directly pass the parent class at the time of class creation only. Abhilash, yes. Only three people understood. What about remaining? Among 50 of them, only two people are understood. Means this is not a good sign. Okay, Hemant Kumar Allah, Sai Kumar also understood. I will explain once easier relation again, small with a different example, small example. Okay, see, class P. I am creating class P. Okay, P means parent. Okay, represent any class. Okay, that is no problem. In that, I am creating one variable x equal to 10. After that, I am creating a constructor f underscore self. Okay. In this, I declaring name and name and company I am declaring. After that, I have creating the one function, that is display function. I want to access this two variables. How to access that two variables? Must and should declare self. Self dot company and self dot name. I am using display method will display the entire details of the employee. Okay, I want to display that one print employee info. I want to print after that I want to print the details. I want to print name equals to name. Name equals to employee name equals to
What about in the not
employee name. Name. I want to print a employee name. Okay. How to print employee name is self dot. Okay. This will be printing. Okay. Okay. Control. Yes. Okay. This will be printed in child class. Okay. Now I am creating class child C. Okay, C will access parent class. Okay, that's why we represent in brackets P. Okay, capital P must and should be given. Why? Because that is a capital P. And in that I am creating the info. So, in that I want to access self dot name. And the employee and company. Company name. Okay, I forgot a comma in this place. Comma self dot company. Okay, just run this one. Is running fine. Now I want to create object for which class? Child class. That's why C child equals to C. Okay, I created object for child class child. Now I want to call child dot display. Information of the we don't pass in child class. We pass the name and employee name and company in parent class. but in parent class properties accessing child class. How to accessing is by like this. Okay, employee info, in employee name is Ramu and company name is APSSDC. Like that we are printing. Okay, this is called easier relation and single inheritance. Single inheritance is completed. Parent properties accessing the child class. Okay, child accessing the parent class properties. This is called single inheritance. Understood, all of you? Single inheritance. Yes. Single inheritance are completed. Okay. Next, go for multi-level inheritance. Okay. Next, multi-level inheritance. Okay. Before going to multi-level inheritance, in easier relation, we can see how to declare class methods. Okay, up to we are seeing only self means instance methods we are declaring. Next, how to declare class methods. We'll see. Okay, how to declare class methods. Okay, I am creating class P. In that I am declaring one variable that is a equals to 100. I am creating one constructor. That I am creating one variable that is self dot be equal to 200. After that, I am creating one method inside the same parent class. Sorry, def_m1. We are passing self. If you pass self means that is the instance method. Just print parent instance method. Parent instance method. After that, I want to create class method. Okay, how to create class method? How to create class method is generate class method must and should represent class method. This is how to represent the class method. If you want to represent class method, must and should represent @class method. After that, def m2. In this CLS, we can use CLS. CLS will represent the class method. Okay. Now print parent class method. Okay, parent class method. Now I want to create a static method. Okay, how to create static method is @static method. Static method. In that there is no representation of any value. If you want to represent any static method, def m3, no need to represent anything. Why? Because that is a static method. Okay, print If you mention self, that is an instance method. If you mention CLS, that is a class method. Okay. If you don't mention any value, means that is a static method. Okay. Parent static method. Parent static method. Now I want to create a class, that is child class. Class C, which is accessing the properties of parent class. Okay. I don't want to mention any properties inside the child class. Just if you don't want to write anything inside the child class, just give me a pass. Okay, pass will is the keyword which is available in Python, which represent the class don't have any statements. Then we can use pass. Okay. Understood this one? Now I want to create the object for which class? I want to create object for child class. How to create that one is small c equal to capital C. Now I want to call the a value. How to call the a value is c dot a. Directly we can access a value. Okay. Now I want to access b value. C b. C dot b. Okay. Now I want to access method. Okay. Dot m1. Yes, this one. Parent instance method. If you want to call m2 method, c dot m2. This will print the parent class method. Class method. Now I want to call the m3 method. C dot m3. Just run this one. Parent static method. Okay, this is how to create the static class and instance. This is how to create the static class instance methods. Understood this one? Please respond. Understood or not? How to create class method and how to create static method. Yes, okay. Next, multi-level inheritance. Next, go for multi-level inheritance. Okay, multi-level inheritance. What is meant by multi-level inheritance is parent to child, child to sub-child. Okay, see the one example that you will get. Static and child. Static methods and static methods అంటే మనము డైరెక్ట్ గా మెథడ్ డిక్లేర్ చేయొచ్చు. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు రిప్రజెంట్ క్లాస్ మెథడ్. ఓకే, క్లాస్ మెథడ్స్ అంటే ఏంటంటే క్లాస్ వేరియబుల్స్ ని యాక్సెప్ట్ చేయడానికి. మెథడ్స్ ఏమి ఉండదు. మెథడ్స్ ఏదైనా కానీ టు డూ సమ్ ఆపరేషన్స్. ఓకే, ఏ మెథడ్ రాసినా మనము సమ్ ఆపరేషన్ చేయడానికి రాస్తాం. ఓకే, క్లాస్ మెథడ్స్ ఏంటంటే క్లాస్ వేరియబుల్స్ డైరెక్ట్లీ యాక్సెస్ చేసుకుంటాయి. ఓకే, స్టాటిక్ మెథడ్ ఏంటంటే ఎట్ ది టైమ్ ఆఫ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ ఇట్ విల్ యాక్సెస్. Okay, if you want to access a value, okay, this is if you want to represent any value, okay, like if you want to represent a name in this place, it will take one name. Okay, c dot m3 dot name one must and should be given. Okay, see, like this, if you want, if you represent in this place m1, it will take okay, if you don't represent self means it will not take. Why? Because that is a instance method. Okay, if you want to represent only name, okay, if you want to pass only name, just remove this one means it will raise a error. Okay, that is just run this one means m3 take one positional argument, but we are given two. Why? Because self is the predefined name. Okay, self is predefined one argument, but we don't given that argument, we given only one name means it will not take. Why? Because it will raise a server. To overcome that one, that will must be declared as a static. Okay, it will take that value, single value also it will take. Okay, that is the use of static. And what is the difference between okay, same, if you comment this one class means it will take only one argument, that is if you run this one it will raise this okay, it will run fine if you take in this place cls. Okay, if you give this one as a cls, yeah, it will raise a server. It takes one positional argument, but two we are given. We are passing cls as a variable. Okay, in this place cls as a variable, but self is already taken. That's why it's taking takes one positional argument, but two we are given. Okay, but we are given only one argument, that is a cls, but we are taking as a two value. Okay, that is representation of class. Okay, if you represent class means it will take, otherwise it will not take. Okay, understood this one? Okay, this way value will be removed. That is the difference. Okay, next you go for multi-level inheritance. Multi-level means child, parent to child, child to subchild. Okay, we'll see class parent have some value a equal to 10, and some constructor. Okay, no need to constructor, directly write a method the m1. Okay, and pass it. In that I am using print statement, print parent method. Okay, parent method. Now I want to create another class, that is child class. Class child will accessing the parent class properties. Class child accessing the parent class properties. That's why we are given that one. And now I am equal to b equal to 20. I create one method, def m2 method. Now I want to print statement. child method. Now I want to create another class, subchild, CC. Sorry, SC. SC means subchild. Subchild accessing the child class properties. Okay. I am declaring variable C equal to 30. I am creating one method, that is M3 method. Self only. Print subchild method. Okay, just run this one. Oh, okay, please not capital. Okay. What is the word instance in the above program? Instance method అనేది just instance ఎక్కడ యూజ్ చేయలేదా parent instance method and asan. This is a string only. Instance method I represent as an instance method. Okay, this is string. String will print like what we are typing like this only. Okay, first self means that is an instance. Okay, if you given value as self dot br variables, that is instance variable. If you give a method as a self, that is instance method. Okay, understood? This is multi-level inheritance. Class parent class, child class accessing the properties of parent class, sub-child class accessing the properties of child class. Okay, this is called multi-level inheritance. Now I want to create for which class? Class. I want to access all the properties. I want to access all the properties. That's why I want to create object for which class. Anyone please respond now. Which class I want to create object to access the all the properties. Subchild. Yes, see, good. Subchild equals to now I want to call the a value. How to call? How to call the a value is sc dot a. Okay, now I want to access b value is sc dot b. Now I want to access the c value. How to access that c value is c. Okay, now I want to access the m1 method. How to access that m1 method is sc dot m1. Just it will print parent method. Now I want to access the m2 method. Sc dot m2. Just run this one means it will running m2 method, and that is child method. I want to access m3 method. Just m3 subchild method. Okay, this is how to create multi-level inheritance. Understood this one? Multi-level inheritance. All of you understood or not? Please respond. Yes. Okay. This is called multi-level inheritance. Next, hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical means already said that what is meant by hierarchical. Third one is hierarchy. One parent, two childs. మనం ఎక్కువ క్లాసెస్ యూజ్ చేసే అప్లికేషన్ చేస్తాం. ఏదైనా అప్లికేషన్ చేయాలంటే మస్ట్ అండ్ షుడ్లీ యూజ్ ద క్లాసెస్ అండ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్. ఓకే, మీరు చూసారంటే స్ట్రింగ్, లిస్ట్, టపుల్ ఇవన్నీ ఏంటంటే రిప్రజెంటెడ్ ఇన్ క్లాస్ ఓన్లీ. ఓకే, దట్స్ వై ఇఫ్ యూ టైప్ ఆఫ్ క్లాస్ మీన్స్ ఇట్ విల్ ప్రింట్. ఓకే, class list or class tuple, class string, like this will be printing. Why? Because these all are implemented in classes only. Okay, class. That's why must and shouldly know the classes first, where these things are used are applicable. Okay, where this means if you want to implement any big applications, must and shouldly right where we are means ఇప్పుడు మనమే ఉన్నాము, మ్యూజిక్ ఒక ఆల్బమ్ చేస్తున్నారు. ఓకే, మీరు చేయలేదు, మామూలుగా చెప్తున్నాను. ఇప్పుడు ఒక ఆల్బమ్ ఉంది, ఆల్బమ్ ని మనం క్రియేట్ చేయాలనుకున్నాం అనుకో. ఆల్బమ్ లో మనం మ్యూజిక్ టాప్ 10 సారీ ఇప్పుడు మామూలుగా ఏదైతే హైలో ఎత్తుకుని అవి వస్తాయి. మళ్ళీ మనకి బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ఆల్బమ్ నేమ్ మీదకి వస్తాయి. అలా ఏంటంటే అప్లికేషన్ చేసేటప్పుడు మనము క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవాలి క్లాసెస్. ఓకే, మనం ఇప్పుడు ఒక క్లాస్ క్రియేట్ చేసామంటే దానిలో నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ మెథడ్స్ అండ్ వేరియబుల్స్ ఉంటాయి. అట్లానే అక్కడ మనం మెథడ్స్ అంటే ఏంటంటే నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్బమ్స్ నేమ్స్. ఓకే, ఆల్బమ్స్ నేమ్స్ లో మనం దాంట్లో ఏదైనా మనం ఆల్బమ్స్ లో మళ్ళీ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ సాంగ్స్ ఉంటాయి, అవన్నీ ఫిల్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. అలా మనం ఏదన్నా చెయ్యాలి అంటే ఒక అప్లికేషన్ మస్ట్ అండ్ షుడ్లీ ఫాలో ద క్లాసెస్ అండ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఓన్లీ. క్లాసెస్, సబ్ క్లాసెస్, ఈ ఇన్హెరిటెన్స్, how to accessing the that entire list of albums. Okay, this is how to accessing albums. Okay, ఒకదానికి ఒకదానికి రిలేషన్ ఉందనుకోండి, దాన్ని ఈజీ రిలేషన్ లో అయినా రిప్రజెంట్ చేయొచ్చు, యాజ్ అయినా రిప్రజెంట్ చేయొచ్చు. ఏంది రిలేషన్ లేదనుకోండి, టూ క్లాసెస్ గా రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తాం అంతే. అండర్స్టూడ్? Next, hierarchy. How to create hierarchical inheritances? Create class same. Okay, previous one. In this we are creating parent class. Parent class having some value that is equal to some value and one method. Now I want to access child class. I create child class accessing child 1. This is child 1. Child 1 accessing parent class properties. Okay, now I want to create child 2. Child 2 also accessing the properties of not child class, parent class. Okay, just run this one. I want to access all the methods and variables. For that, which object I want to create, for which class I want to create object, to access all the methods. Anyone know? I want to access all the properties and methods. For that, which class I want to create object. Respond, anyone? Respond anyone now. Shravani given C1 and C2 class. Okay, C2, C1 and C2. Okay, good. Someone given correct answer. That is, if you want to create, if you want to access all the uh, properties to create object for not C2 or not P. Create object for C1 and C2. Why? Because if you want to access P class properties, just give access the create the object for P. But P properties accessing C1 and C2. If you create C1 object, it will access the parent class properties. Okay, but child 2 class properties will not accept. Okay, if you create object for child 2 accessing parent class only. Okay, not accessing the child 1 properties. For that, if you want to access all the properties, means C1 equal to, so capital C1 must and should be create object for C1. Now we can access properties of P class and C1 class. Now I want to access a value C1 dot a. It will access a value. Now I want to access M1 method C1 dot M1. It will access the M1 method. Okay, now I want to access the B value. How to access that is C1 dot B. We can access the B value. I want to access the M2 method. C1 dot M2. We can access the M2 method also. Okay. Now I want to access the M3 method of C value C1 dot C. It will not access. Why? Because C1 is individual to C2. Okay. This is there is no relationship between C1 and C2. Okay. These two are different, but the common is P is there. Parent is common, but C1 and C2 as there is no relation. Okay. Now I want to access C2 methods also. For that, I want to create C2 equal to and create object for C2. Now I want to access parent class parent class method. How to access parent class method is like this C2 C2. In this place we are use C2. C2 also accessing parent. Now I want to access C value C2 dot C. C value we are accessing. I want to access M3 method. C2 dot M3. It will access the M3 subchild class. Okay, subchild. Okay, child 1 and child 2. Change that one. Child 1. Child 2. Okay. Okay, this is now I want to access C2 as a C1 also. I want to access C1 also. Just to represent this one like this. Okay, like this we will represent. Can't create a consensus for resolution order. These two having same parent class, that's why we are not accessing. Directly we can accessing C1. That is good. But we are telling about multiple inheritance, sorry, hierarchical inheritance. That's why we must and should represent the parent. Okay, this is called hierarchical inheritance. Okay, understood this one? Hierarchical. Please respond. Hierarchical inheritance. All of you understood or not? Clear. Okay, next go for multiple inheritance. Fourth one is multiple inheritance. Next one is multiple inheritance. Okay, multiple inheritance. We are creating two classes, that is parent one and parent two. Next, child class access. Okay, see this one. How to create this one is class P1. In that I declaring only one x value equal to 100, and I am creating one method, that is one method. I want to print parent one method. Okay, after that I want to create P2. Okay, in that I am assigning y value equal to 200. After that I want to create one method, that is M2 method. In that I am using print statement. Print parent2 method. Parent2 method. Now I want to create class child, which is accessing the properties of parent one and parent two. Okay, how to represent that parent one and parent two is P1 comma P2. Okay, how to accessing two classes, that is P1 class I want to access properties, and P2 class parent one and parent two class properties I want to access a single child class. That's why I representing P1 comma P2. Okay, this is how to represent the accessing multiple classes to the single class. Okay, now in this I am representing z equals to 300. After that I am creating one method, that is M3 self. Print child class method. Now I want to access all the properties of parent one and two and child. For that, which class I want to create object? For that, which class I want to create object? Child. Good, child. I am creating child class object. Now I want to access all the properties. C x dot y c dot z. Will access all the properties. I want to access methods. How to access methods is c dot m1 c dot m2. I want to access m3 method c dot m3. Okay. Child class method. This is how to access multiple inheritance. Understood multiple inheritance? Yes. Okay. These all are four types of inheritance. Okay. Understood all the four types. Next, go for polymorphism. Okay. What is meant by polymorphism means poly means many, morphism means forms. Okay, with one operation will perform different operations. One operator or one method will perform different operations. That is called polymorphism. Okay, and polymorphism one example is there, that is plus. Plus will act as a addition between the two integers. Same plus we can use concatenation in between the two strings. Okay, I think all of you understood. Oh, next one is polymorphism. Next one is polymorphism. What is meant by polymorphism means one thing many forms. Okay, one element acts as many forms. Okay. Okay, for operations. Okay, see one example. Plus will act as a concatenation in between the two strings. If you write it like this, print hello plus hello good morning. If you write like this, hello good morning will be added. Okay, same plus will use as a print 10 plus 10, it will print 20. Okay, the same plus will act as in this place as a concatenation, and this place, this is arithmetic operation. Sir, for practice purpose, please share today's class recording. Okay, everyday recording section will be provided. Okay, I think in Instagram they providing the links. Okay, sir will be provided. Bharat Sunil. Okay, no problem in that one. Okay, this is called polymorphism. Same operator will performing different operation for different operands. Okay, if you take two different operands, that is, if you take two strings, that plus will be act as a concatenation. If the operands are numbers or digits, that will be when we type plus means it will added. That is arithmetic operation. Okay, this is called polymorphism. Okay, in this polymorphism we can see method overloading and overwriting. Okay, I think all of you somewhat know what is meant by overloading and what is meant by overriding. Okay, what is meant by overloading? What is meant by method overloading? Anyone know? Okay, what is meant by method overloading is nothing but a method name is same, but arguments are different. Okay, if you're using same method name, okay, we are taking same method name as M1 in this place, we taking the method name as M1, and in this place we are taking M1 again, and the argument are not the same. Okay, if you take argument as a self, now we can place take another argument. This is called method overloading. Overloading means same method name and different arguments. Okay, this is called method overloading. What is meant by method overwriting means same name and same arguments. That is called method override. Okay, same method name but different parameters. Good. Different parameters are called as a method overloading, and same method name and same method arguments also called as a method overriding. Okay, overriding the one method that is called same method name and the same argument, but in different two classes. Okay, remember that one. Method overriding available in two different classes, but method overloading available in single classes also available. Okay, see one example method overloading and method overwriting. In polymorphism, we see only this type of these two only. Okay, method overloading and method overwriting. Method not a method any operator. Okay, overloading and overlay. Method overloading. What is meant by overloading means same method name different arguments. Same method name and different arguments are called as method overloading and method overriding. Overriding is nothing but a same method name and same arguments. Okay, right. Polymorphism means poly means many. And polymorphism means forms. Many forms. One operator will not operator, one will perform different operation for different operands. That is called polymorphism. Okay, many forms. We can use a single element as a different forms. Okay, that is called polymorphism. Same arguments. This is called method overriding. Okay, see one example of method overloading and overriding, then you will get clarified. Method overloading. Okay, first one is method overloading. Okay, in that I am creating class. I am creating one method m1. In that I am printing no argument method. One thing I want to say is polymorphism method overload loading is not possible in Python. Okay, and not possible method overloading, but we can write it will not print. Okay, no argument method. See that one. Okay, method overloading is not possible in Python. See that one. Now I am creating def m1 same method name with different arguments self comma a. Okay, we are taking that one a value extra. Why? Because method overloading means same method name different arguments. Okay, print one argument method. Okay, just run this one. If you create object for the test t is equal to now I want to call m1. Okay, how to call that m1 is t1 dot m1. Okay, just run this one. It will print one missing required a. Why? Because we are in this. If you give 10, it will running fine. Why? Because this will not execute it. Okay, m1. If you don't give any values, also this one want to execute. But if you give 10 only, it will executing this one. But this is not executing. Why? Because and, this will not take. Okay, that is called method overloading in Python. Why? Because last one will be executed. If you take this one and give another argument, two argument method, in this we are passing b value. Okay, now test dot m1 dot only given 10 means this will not execute it. Why? Because 3 is already there. That will asking it will take this one will not defined. Okay, if you give 20 comma 20 means it will run. Okay, last one done. This is the this is overloading not possible in Python. Okay, understood this one. Okay, next method overriding. Okay, method overriding. I am overriding. In method overriding, I am creating class parent. I am creating one function that is m1. Method I am creating. print parent method. Parent method. Parent method. Into self PR passing. Parent M1 method. This is M1. M2 method. Now I am creating class child, which is parent class. In that I am creating a def M2 method. I am creating save and self only. Okay, now I want to print child M2 child M2 method. Just run this one, it will running fine. Now I want to access call the create the class object for ch is equal to. Now I want to access the M2 method. Okay, ch dot M2. Which method will call this one? Child or parent? Child or parent? First we call M1 method. It will print parent M1 method. When we call M2, which method will be printed? If you call M2, print this one or this one. If you call M2, it will print this one or parent M2 method or child M2 method. Child. Why? Because it will access child method only. Why? Because we overloading is mainly used for updating that method. Okay, this method will be declared, and the same method I want to update in other class. That's why I am called that one and updated that one. Okay, that's why we are using child class. Child.m2 means child class only print. Okay, this is called method overriding. Overriding will take place in two different classes, but overloading is taken same class. Remember that one. Okay, understood up to this? Okay, if you understood means go for abstraction. Abstraction, there is no concept. Just abstraction means we are abstracting the available methods. Okay, methods are variables. Okay, abstraction is nothing but a abstracting. Okay, we already existed a predefined method name, but logic is not implemented. For that, we are abstracting. Sometimes we don't have implementation. Okay, just we are declaring the names. Okay, that's why we are using abstraction. Okay, just we want to declare the method, but you don't implement that method. That is called such type of methods are called abstract methods. Okay, that is abstract method has only declaration, but there is no implementation. Okay, abstract methods are only just declared, not implemented. Okay, how to declare abstract methods we'll see. Okay, just okay, that is abstract class must and should be import, otherwise it will not accept. to import that one, how to import that one is see, from ABC import all the creating class test class test. How to declare abstract methods is at the rate abstract method. Okay, if you want to declare method as a abstract method, declare at the rate abstract method. Abstract method. Okay, this is how to declare abstract method. Okay, now declare def m1 self, just pass the why, because this is not a implemented, just declared method. Okay, just declared method that logic will not implement it. Okay, this is how to give the abstract at the rate abstract method. From ABC import JBST CT, sorry, CT. Okay, this is how to get the abstract methods. Okay, this is how to give the abstract methods. Abstract, sometimes we don't want to implement, just we declare one methods. That methods are called abstract methods. How to declare abstract method is at the rate abstract method. Like that, we can declare that all the abstract methods will be available in abstract class. AB means abstract class. Okay. To use abstract classes, must and should be import. From ABC, I want to import all the methods. That's why I am using from ABC importing star. Star means all the methods. Now I am creating class test. In that I want to create one abstract method. How to create abstract method is by using at the rate abstract. We can abstract method we can assign. Okay, that is abstract method. Okay, understood this one up to this one? Please respond. This is what about oops in Python. Okay, I think all of you understood the oops concept in Python. Anyone have a doubt? Use of abstract method. Okay, what is the use of abstract method? It means I will explain one example, then you will get clarified. Because of 11, okay, I will explain one example, then you will get clarified. Okay, what is the use of abstract method? Means if you give this as an abstract method, we can use this and we can implement logic for this one. ABC import ఎందుకంటే మనం ఇంపోర్ట్ చేసుకోవాల్సింది ఏబిసి క్లాస్, అబ్స్ట్రాక్ట్ క్లాస్ లోనే ఆల్ ద మెథడ్స్ ఉంటాయి. అబ్స్ట్రాక్ట్ ఎట్ ది రేట్ abstract method we are declaring this ABC class in that this method is available. That's why we are importing ABC. Okay, otherwise it will not work. Import star represent all the methods. Okay, now I am creating the one class vehicle. I'm passing ABC. Okay, argument. Okay, we are passing argument. Okay. Now we are declaring one abstract method. Abstract method, that is every vehicle have some number of fields are there. Okay, that's what I want to declare that as abstract method. Okay, number of vehicles, number of wheels. Wheels. Okay, number of wheels will take one no argument, that is only self. Okay, there is no space. Okay, why? Because if you give space means it will not take. Okay, just pass the value. Why? Because we don't given any based on vehicle that number of wheels will be differ. Okay, that's why I am declaring number of wheels as a empty, not implemented. Logic will not implement. Now I want to create one class that is auto. How many wheels are there? From auto, which is available in vehicle. That's why abstracting that one. Vehicle. For auto, number of wheels are there. Auto 3. Okay, that's why I am represent that one as a 3. Okay, def number of wheels of self. Just return how many wheels are there? 3. I want to return that one. Okay. Now I want to create another class, that is bus class. Same vehicle. Now I want to same implement this one. Okay. For bus, I think 8. Okay. Now I want to create another class, that is car. For car, how many wheels are there? Is 4. Okay, you can use 4. Okay, just implement this one. Okay, we are using number of vehicles, wheels అనేది మనం every class. Okay, we declare as a abstract method. Okay, now I want to run this one and create object for ABC. Not small ABC, capital ABC. Okay. Why we declare ABC is it like this. Okay, if you want to implement this one, A as a auto, B as a bus, C as a number of ABC abstract class, and this will be abstract class method. Okay. Now I want to create object for which class I want to create first object for the auto. Okay, A equal to auto. Okay, just run this one and A dot number of wheels. I want to call that number of wheels. Just on this one, number of wheels. sorry, else wheels. Okay, it will print this one. Okay, now we are creating object for B. Okay, when we create object for B, now I want to create object for B equal to bus. Now I want to call number of fields, same method. Okay, that is B dot, not A dot, B dot. It will return 8. Why? Because 8 wheels are there. Now I want to create object for car. Now I want to call that method number of wheels method. Okay, just this only small example. C dot control V. This is how to use abstract methods. Okay. Over up to this, I think all of you completed this one. This is what about oops. Okay, understood. The number of fields is declared as the abstract. We are using abstract method in the rest of the classes. Okay, understood this one. Okay, 11 exactly 11 was okay. Thank you one and all. This is what about oops concept in Python. Thank you one and all. If you have any doubts, please post in chat. Name ABC is not defined. ABC and define and just import this one from ABC import star. Okay, you will get that output. Scroll off.